Hey y'all, I'm Brer Sam, and this is one of my movie reviews. This time I watched Charley's Aunt for the first time, from 1941, starring Jack Benny. I have been wanting to watch this for a while. I saw it on YouTube, and I'm like, okay, I should check this out. And now I have checked it out. And the story of Charley's Aunt is that you have Charlie Wickham and Jack Chesney, who are in love with Amy Spettigue and Kitty Verdon. But while those romances are a big plot point in the film, the main character is actually Lord Fancourt Babberley. His friends call him Babs. And I think his background is that he's in some sort of law firm thing, but it's complicated, but apparently it's tradition that a member of his family goes to Oxford, so that's why he's there, to get his diploma. But anyway, he hears that Jack and Charlie are in love, and Charlie's aunt, Donna Lucia Dalvadores, is going to come over for lunch, but she doesn't arrive on time, so they make Babs put on a dress and pretend to be her. And he has the dress lying around conveniently because he was gonna wear it in like a school play or something. And then the ladies arrive, and eventually Jack's father gets involved, tries to propose to Babs while he's in the dress, and Amy's uncle, Mr. Spettigue, tries to propose, and he gets really close to marrying Babs until the big reveal. And there's also Mrs. Beverly Smythe, who comes over to meet Babs, but she later turns out to be the real Donna Lucia. Now, after hearing the synopsis, you guys are probably thinking, wait a minute, Sammy, this sounds suspiciously like Where's Charley, and you've already reviewed that. Well, the explanation for that is that before Where's Charley was Where's Charley, it was Charley's Aunt, a comedy farce written by Brandon Thomas in the 1890s. And this film was made long before they even turned it into a musical. So, yeah, that's why the story is basically the same. Yeah, except there's no songs. And you're also probably thinking, what the heck's the difference other than the fact that there's no songs? Well, the thing is, Babs was not in the musical. He wasn't. The thing with that was, Brandon Thomas's daughters said that they would only turn the farce into a musical if either Danny Kaye or Ray Bolger wore the dress. And I don't know about Danny Kaye, but Ray said, this character is way too small for me, and I can't dance in a dress. And on top of that, he had just gotten back from the USO, so he wanted a big character anyways. And if he was playing Babs, all he would really be doing was dressing in drag and doing the soft shoe. So, desperate as always, the producers put Charlie in the drag so Ray would be able to play a big role and also dance the way he wanted to when he was back in his regular clothes, but also wear the drag like they wanted. So that's why there was no Babs in the musical. But since he is in this film, I should say that he's kind of a funny character. He's a goofball, and Jack Benny playing him, not so bad. He was pretty cool. This is my first time seeing Jack Benny in anything. And I did recognize a few other actors. Like Anne Baxter was Amy, and the first time I saw her was as Zelda the Great and Olga, the Queen of the Cossacks, on Batman 66. And also the headmaster of the school was played by Reginald Owen, and he was Commodore Schmidlap in the Batman movie. So yeah, this film has a couple of connections to Batman, and I like that. Another difference between this and Where's Charley is that when Donna Lucia arrives, she is posing as Mrs. Beverly Smythe. And like Where's Charley, she does know that someone is impersonating her and sort of plays them and knows it's him the entire time. But in the original farce, according to the Wikipedia article that discusses it, she brings along her adopted niece, Ella Delahaye, and she turns out to be Babs's old flame, and he ends up wanting the charade to end because of that. He wants to get back together with her. But here she doesn't bring anyone, and actually she ends up marrying Babs. Okay, and quick question. How old is Babs supposed to be? I mean, seriously. He's attending this university. We see him playing cricket in the beginning, and he lives just a few dormitories away from Jack and Charley. And they even comment that he's older than he looks. No. That he looks older than he's supposed to be in the university. So, and then he ends up marrying a classmate's aunt. And how old is Donna Lucia supposed to be? I mean, back then, age gaps were a big deal. And they still kind of are today, but yeah, that seemed particularly odd. So I feel like they should have gone with the original way, the original way with Ella instead. Yeah, and in Where's Charley, Donna Lucia turns out to be Sir Francis's old flames, and that's how he gets his fortune back when it turns out that he and Jack are going to be poor. So, but in this film, if Donna Lucia marries Babs, I mean, good luck. Yeah, it's like, and the dialogue in this film, it's mostly the same because the story is mostly the same. They didn't change too much of the dialogue. I mean, but of course they had to add a few missing elements because it's the original farce, not the musical. And also another difference is that while in Where's Charley, the main romance was Charley and Amy, but in this one it's more Jack and Kitty that are the big romance. It's more like Jack's attempt to get Kitty to marry him, and it's more of his scheme. And it was kind of his scheme in Where's Charley, but Amy and Charley were the big romantic focus. But here it's more Jack and Kitty. Amy is actually really secondary compared to Where's Charley. Yeah, and that's also the biggest difference, is that because he's not in the drag, Charley is a smaller character. His personality stays the same, but he's less important than he is in the musical. Hey, but he's still played by a well-known actor. He's played by Richard Hayden, aka Max from The Sound of Music, and of course the Caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland. So that was very enjoyable for me. And I did mention in my Where's Charley movie review that it was a musical version of this farce, Charley's Aunt. And now that I have seen it the way it was supposed to be, I mean, mostly, the way it was mostly originally written, I think it's not half bad. I like it very much. And there were other film versions of it, but I don't know if we'll ever be able to find them. I mean, the musical is hard enough to find, but I'm glad I found this version. And it's not a bad version at all. I like it very much. So if you've seen Where's Charley, or at least know about it or know about the original farce, check it out. It's worth an hour and a half of your time. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all later. Bye!